The Breckinridge County Lady Tigers and Fighting Tigers prepare to host the Cloverport Aces and Lady Aces. Hello again, everyone. Along with Mike Harned, this is Lee Bramlett. First up, it's the Lady Tigers tonight. Breckinridge County coming in off what has been a high and low week. At the high was the big win over Meade County Friday night, but the Lady Tigers looking to bounce back after a tough loss on Monday to North Hardin. The Lady Aces coming into this game off of a district contest against Grayson County. Cloverport has gone back to the locker room. Breckinridge County warming up to our left as we're about 7.5 minutes away from the start of tonight's ball game. Pre-game show coverage on the river is brought to you by the home folks of Hardinsburg Tire Service.
At Wright Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, gators, tractors, ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Wright Implement has 15 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Wright Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at wrightimp.com.
Welcome back to the Sports Center in Cloverport. Breckinridge County Lady Tigers preparing to take on the Cloverport Lady Aces in a district matchup. Breckinridge County comes into this ball game following a loss to North Hardin on Monday night. Talk with assistant coach Raymond Critchlow before the start of the game tonight. Basically, his simple words: nothing went right on Monday night, and the numbers kind of back that up. Breckinridge County shot, I think, only 32% of the game, missed on all of their three-point attempts. On the other side of the coin, North Hardin, a very good team in the 5th region, shot 60% for the game, 5 of 11 from 3, and out-rebounded the Lady Tigers 30-19. Lady Tigers looking to bounce back tonight here against the Aces.
Yeah, and you and I did the boys' home game that night, and as I was walking out, Jonathan Bennett was walking into the school, and he was asking me how the boys looked and vice versa, and he said, well, our girls could not throw it in the ocean if they were standing in the sand, and he said company that with North Hardin is really good. So for him to say that, he said it was a kind of a perfect storm, so to speak, a really good club that we played against, and we just had an off night, maybe an emotional letdown after last Friday night, but anyway, these girls are resilient. They'll bounce back quickly, and kind of an unusual Wednesday night game for us.
This is the game that had been scheduled for January the 19th, but of course, in that week of winter weather that we encountered a couple of weeks back, that game was lost. And really, this is one of the few dates on the schedule where I guess they could match everybody up. And of course, being a district game, they have to get this one in. And really, this is sort of an opportunity for the Lady Tigers after the emotional high of coming off that Meade County game, and then I guess the crash back to reality with North Hardin. Tonight's game offers an opportunity for the Lady Tigers to get back on an even keel, because as we roll into the month of February, looking at their schedule, they've got Owensboro Catholic, they've got Henderson County, Bardstown Bethlehem. They also have a return game against Hancock County down at Lewisport. This is a good game for them to get back on an even track, consistent track, to get ready for what will be a push in February.
Absolutely, and like you said, we got another district game yet to play even after this one, and some tough regional games. So need to go out and play really sound basketball here tonight, and I think it'll be an opportunity for some of the younger girls that maybe don't get quite as many minutes get some playing time here tonight and hopefully get into the sync of things.
Of course, the district situation puts Breckinridge County and Meade County right now tied at 3-1 in the district. The question will be what will be used to determine a tiebreaker if both teams finish out on one loss. There had been some conversation in talking with Patrick Critchlow last week for Tiger Nation that they would use the RPI ratings as a potential tiebreaker. The last check I had of those favored Meade County. Otherwise, we'd be looking at another system that was going to be decided, I guess, by the 4 athletic directors. So Breckinridge County still has business to take care of in the district and maybe put themselves in a favorable position if another tiebreaker is used other than RPI.
Yeah, Meade County just got another win, I guess, a night or two ago against Bullitt East, I believe. So they keep adding into the win column, and it's important that Breckinridge County continues to do the same.
Of course, we mentioned it as the first of 2 here tonight. Coming up a little later, we've got the Fighting Tigers taking on the Aces. About 2.5 minutes from the call to the bench and the starting lineups. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River. Our pregame show brought to you in part this afternoon by the home folks of Hardinsburg Tire Service.
So you've heard us talking about Brandenburg Telecom, and we could have chosen any other provider for our phone, internet, TV, and security service, but we chose Brandenburg Telecom.
It is not hard to find a good deal these days. What it is hard to find is a provider that delivers the best value of service. That's exactly what we're getting with Brandenburg Telecom.
They don't trick you with introductory rates.
They don't keep you waiting for service or waiting on the phone.
When they say they're going to do something, they do it.
Brandenburg Telecom are people who live
And work.
And play in my community.
they're a part of this community, and that's why they care.
If you only have one service with Brandenburg Telecom, you're missing out on their other great services.
Give them a chance.
You won't be disappointed. I'm ready for the program.
Welcome back to the Sports Center in Cloverport. Along with Mike Harned, this is Lee Bramlett. Breckinridge County and Cloverport about to get underway here. The last few seconds before the call to the bench is made here. Breckinridge County will be dressed in the road uniforms, while Cloverport in the home white uniforms. We're waiting for the last few seconds to be knocked off here before we will get, most likely will be the introduction of the starting the national anthem, then the introduction of the starting lineups. We're going to wait and see which they do first. We're going to have to pick up the Cloverport lineup as they're going through that. Let's go ahead while we're waiting and go ahead and give you the Breckinridge County starters. No change from the last time we saw them against Meade County and from the North Hardin game. Starting at one guard will be at number 2, Caroline Lucas, 5'9" senior, 16.5 points per game. The second guard is Elizabeth Grimes, a 5'5" and a half freshman, 14.1 per game. Kylie Carby is the third guard, number 32, a 5'6" sophomore. She averages 4.9 points per game. Starting at a fourth guard will be number 4, Adeline Mormon, a 5'4" freshman, 2.9 points per game. And starting at center will be number 12, Kaylee Huffines, a 6'1" junior. She averages 10.1 points per game. So again, recapping the lineups for Breckinridge County: Lucas, Grimes, Carby, and Mormon the guards. Huffines the center. The Breckinridge County Lady Tigers, coached by Chad Mormon, not present tonight. They will be working with the coaching staff of Brad Carby, Danny LaGrange, and Ray Critchlow. Now we're going to get the introduction of the starting lineups. We'll pick up the lineups as they're introduced for Cloverport. One starter is number 5, Phoenix Sanders, 5'3" freshman, 1.3 points per game. Next starter is number 21. That'll be Campbell Moore, a 5'4" eighth grader, the leading scorer. Third starter is number 25, Casey Tall, a 5'6" freshman. Number 30, Lila Moore, a 5'6" sophomore. And the last starter will be number 33, Callie Roach, a 5'4" junior. The Aces, Lady Aces, coached by Brian Weatherholt. We'll have the playing of the national anthem, opening tip-off coming up next here on 104.3 The River.
Experience the difference of the Big Green Egg ceramic cooker from Irvington Gas Company. It's a smoker, a grill, and oven, all in one. It's easy to start, reaching cooking temperatures in just 10 minutes with temperature control so you can cook to perfection. It's safer to use and it's easy to clean up. Stop by Irvington Gas Company on Highway 79 to see the Big Green Egg and other gas grills available. Irvington Gas Company, serving this area for more than 75 years.
We welcome you back to the Sports Center in Cloverport. Mike Harned and Lee Bramlett with you as the Lady Tigers set to face the Lady Aces here this evening. Breckinridge County again dressed in their road black uniforms with white numbers and letters, maroon trim. The Lady Aces in their home white with blue numbers and trim. Breckinridge County will be defending the goal to our right, moving from right to left as we view them here at the Sports Center this evening. Caroline Lucas and Lila Moore set to jump center to start this game, and we're underway. Tap is controlled by Breckinridge County. Cloverport opens in zone defense. Mormon gets the ball to Carby down on the left corner. Brings it back out front to Grimes. Now Lucas with it on the right side. Caroline Lucas gives it over to Mormon down in the corner. Back over to Elizabeth Grimes. Breckinridge County content to work the zone at the moment. Carby with it. Kicks it back out front to Grimes. Grimes will hold it out at long range. We played about 30 seconds, no score. First offensive possession of the ball game. Breckinridge County with it. Mormon with the basketball. Mormon bounce pass, gets it to Lucas, caught the double team, finds Carby, pulls up 12-footer on the waist, too strong. Rebound, Huffines goes back, puts it off the glass and in. Breckinridge County gets the early lead thanks to the basket by Huffines, makes it 2-0. Pressure defense being employed by the Lady Tigers. Aces back up. Campbell Moore with it, finally brings it into the front court to Casey Tall. Tall back to Lila Moore. Here's a pass intended for Roach. Goes wide of Roach, out of bounds. Breckinridge County gets it back.
Trying to lead her to the outside hand and just threw it a little bit wide.
Lady Tiger basketball.
It looks kind of like to me, Lee, that Cloverport's in a 2-1-2. Which is probably good for the Lady Tigers, but it may be something they haven't seen before.
2-3, but Lila Moore is County away from the back line by about a foot. Lucas with the basketball, right side for Breckinridge County, brings it out to Mormon. Here's Grimes trying to drive on Roach, kicks it down to Huffines. Out front, Mormon will try a three straight away, got it. A Joe Tobacco Plumbing and Rental three-point basket for Adeline Mormon. And Breckinridge County out to a 5-0 lead, 6:35 to go here in the opening quarter. Cloverport with their second possession, ball slapped out of bounds, last touch by Carby. Roach dribbled right up against the sideline and was promptly met by Grimes and Carby. Roach will inbounds right at the midcourt on the backcourt side. Will give the ball to Campbell Moore. She's the leading scorer for the Lady Aces at 7.1 per game. Roach takes it, being guarded by Grimes. Lila Moore, pass is intercepted by Adeline Mormon. Mormon drives past Moore, puts up the shot and in. Adeline Mormon with her 5th point of the night. Lady Tigers lead 7-0, 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Campbell Moore working against Lucas, tries to dribble the basketball and dribbles it out of bounds. Give it back to Breckinridge County.
A couple of unforced turnovers there so far for the Lady Aces.
This is Grimes getting the inbounds from Adeline Mormon. Again, that 2-on-2 zone. Almost would have called it a 2-3. It's just that Lila Moore cheats up about 2 steps on the back line. Grimes will hold it up at long range. 5:45 to go in the opening quarter. This is Carby with a basketball on the left side. Brings it out front to Mormon. Down to the paint. Here's Lucas. Turnaround short jumper. No good. Rebound. Huffines puts it back up and in. Huffines with a basket to make it 9-0. And the timeout, I think simply just to make a substitution, as it is number 3, Kylie Tyndall, a 5'2", 7th grader, into the ball game for the Lady Aces.
I think they had an injured player there.
Full court pressure defense by Breckinridge County. 2.5 minutes into the game. Lady Tigers up 9-0. Cloverport with the basketball. Here's a drive cut off. Now up front, Lila Moore takes it. Moore gets the ball to Casey Tall. Now Roach with the basketball, guarded by Mormon down in the right corner. Brings it out front to Sanders. Or check that, Kylie Tyndall with the basketball. Casey Tall takes it out at long range. Pass intercepted by Connie Carby. Carby drives past the defender's heads to the glass, lays it up and in. Carby with the basket. Steal by Breckinridge County. Here's Grimes, lays it off the glass short. Rebound pulled down by Cloverport. And out of bounds. And the ball will stay with the Lady Aces. And we get a timeout, our first of the game. 30-second timeout taken by Cloverport. This timeout brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road in Hardinsburg with the score. Breckinridge County 11, Cloverport nothing.
How many times have you called someplace and heard this?
For customer service, press 1.
At First State Bank, when you call one of their 3 locations, you'll hear this.
First State Bank, this is Michelle. How may I help you?
From opening a checking or savings account to home or commercial loans, you'll get a friendly voice ready to assist with your banking needs. Call or stop by today and find out why for more than 100 years, First State Bank, where your friends bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Online at firststatebankky.com.
Cloverport basketball to inbounds following the timeout. With 4:45 remaining here in the opening quarter, Breckinridge County out to an 11-0 lead. Here's a pass deflected, picked up by Caroline Lucas. 2 on nobody, ahead to Mormon. Lost the handle, gets it back, bounce pass to Lucas. She puts it up and in and draws a foul. Foul is going to be on
33.
Would be Callie Roach, who picks up her first, team first. At the line, Lucas to the free throw stripe. 63% free throw shooter, front of the rim, no good. Tendo gets the rebound for Cloverport, hands it off to Callie Roach. And Cloverport heads up to the floor. Breckinridge County out to a 13-0 lead to start this game. Loose ball picked up by Mormon. Bounce pass ahead to Lucas. Lucas struggled to get the handle and not allowed Cloverport to get back and set up the defense. Kylie Carby directs traffic out at the top of the key. Now gets the ball to Mormon on the left side. Mormon has 5 points of the game. They'll lob the ball down low to Huffines. Cross-court pass finds Grimes. Pulls up 12-footer, no good. Rebound comes down to Lucas, goes to the floor. Loose ball is picked up by Cloverport. Lady Aces bring the ball up the floor. This is Lila Moore with it to Roach. Casey Tall pulls up, 17-footer is an air ball. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it should stay with Cloverport. Lady Tigers will bring in number 21, Josie Mitchum. A 5'8.5" sophomore averaging 5.1 points per game. Cloverport brings Phoenix Sanders back into, or Campbell Moore back into the lineup. And we'll get a turnover as Roach is trying to get the ball inbounds but stepped right on the baseline. So the turnover will give it back to Breckinridge County to bring the length of the floor with 3:45 remaining in the opening quarter. Tigers out 13-0. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Officials, apparently an item got on the floor there, so it will be a Lady Tiger basketball to inbounds at side back court. Lady Tigers getting out to the quick start as you would expect in this game.
Still having to work against his zone defense.
Here's a 3 attempt on the way, good for Elizabeth Grimes. A Joe Bettabaco Plumbing and Metal 3-point basket, second of the night for the Lady Tigers. They now lead 16-0. Lady Tigers have doubled their output from the game against North Hardin when they could not connect on a three-pointer. Breckinridge County man-to-man defense against Cloverport. Tyndall looking for somebody to get it to. Now finally gets it to Campbell Moore. Moore is being guarded by Kylie Carby. Moore backs up. Carby advances close to the time stripe. Here's the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Cloverport. Lady Tigers bring Rowan Ratajkowski in, number 14, a 5'11 sophomore who averages 3.8 points per game. Elizabeth Grimes will inbounds for the Lady Tigers with 3:03 remaining here in the opening frame. Breckinridge County up 16-0. Ratajkowski with the basketball, gets it to Grimes, or make that Lucas driving to the basket, puts up the shot short. Rebound knocked to the floor, picked up by Mitchum. Back out front. Here is Huffines with it. Huffines pushes up the shot, got it. Huffines with her 6th point of the night, making it 18-0 lead, 2:38 remaining in the quarter. Cloverport with the basketball. Here's a bounce pass. Campbell Moore gets it to Tyndall. Tyndall to Roach on the right side, guarded by Mitchum. Bounce pass down low. Sanders working against Ratajkowski. Ball gets batted around, picked up by Cloverport. Roach with it, back to Moore, who fires a three-pointer that is no good. Rebound comes down to Josie Mitchum. Ahead to Grimes, finds Lucas underneath the basket, puts it up and in. Had a 2-on-1 there, and Grimes found Lucas for her 4th point of the night. And it's now a 20-0 game, coming down to 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Moore with it for Cloverport. Gets the ball for Sanders, knocked away by Ratajkowski. Breckinridge County on defense, stays on defense, as Cloverport will inbounds at side front court. A minute 57 remaining here in the first quarter. The inbounds comes in. Campbell Moore with it. Lucas waiting for her as she crosses the 10-second line. Now gets the ball to Tall, lost there. Lila Moore picked up on the loose ball by Huffines. Here's Grimes pushing ahead, nice pass out front. Now Huffines from the free throw line knocks it down. Bailey Huffines with her 8th point of the ball game. That makes it 22-0 with a minute 30 to go here in the quarter. Tyndall with the basketball, gets it back to Roach, bounce pass. Lila Moore gets around Mitchum, has the shot blocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Cloverport. Breckinridge County brings Ashley Henton, number 22, a 5'10.5" junior, into the lineup. Also checking in will be number 3, Bailey Brown, a 5'6" junior. Callie Roach inbounds the basketball to Moore. She launches a high arching three-pointer, no good. Lucas had it, lost it, gets it back. Lady Tigers head into the front court with a minute 13 remaining here in the quarter. Looks like they've changed up the defense a little bit. Now back to the 2-1-2. Here is Mitchum, kicks it out to Ratajkowski, back out front. Here is Lucas trying to drive, cut off. Now Hinton, three-point attempt on the way by Ratajkowski. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Cloverport's Phoenix Sanders. We're inside the final minute of this opening quarter. Here is a pass, goes out of bounds as Campbell Moore looking for Tyndall, just could not pull it in. Bounces out of bounds on the far side line, and Breckinridge County will inbounds with 43.3 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Caroline Lucas with the basketball across the time stripe for the Lady Tigers. Over to Ratajkowski on the right side. Top of the key, Lucas finds Brown. They lob it, Hinton intended for Mitchum. Pass just a little too high though, and Cloverport will get it back on the turnover.
First turnover for Breckinridge County.
Under 30 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Lady Tigers out 22-0. Moore, Campbell Moore with it, being guarded by Caroline Lucas across the time stripe. Moore driving on the left side, brings the ball out to Tyndall. Tyndall guarded by Bailey Brown. Tyndall looking for somebody to get it to. Now goes on the dribble, Brown in pursuit. Here's Tyndall driving to the right side, looking. Roach calling for the ball, now caught in a double team, gets slapped away by Mitchum, and time runs out on the first quarter. This afternoon's first quarter has been brought to you by Hardinsburg Nursing and Rehab. Our first quarter score, Breckinridge County 22, Cloverport nothing.
If you need home medical equipment, rely on Taylor Pharmacy. They deliver home medical equipment such as oxygen, lift chairs, hospital beds, and CPAP machines to Breckinridge and surrounding counties. They have everything a patient needs for recuperating at home. Taylor Pharmacy does so much more than fill prescriptions. They carry a full line of diabetic chews, have a gift department, and of course make delicious tailor-made fudge in a variety of flavors that include sugar-free. Stop by Taylor Pharmacy in Hardinsburg and see why your family and the Taylor Pharmacy family make a good team.
As play resumes, Breckinridge County on defense. Cloverport with the basketball to begin the second quarter. Lady Tigers have scored the first 22 points of this game and lead at 22-0. Here is Lila Moore with a pass intercepted by Caroline Lucas. Lucas drives past Roach, heads to the glass, puts it up and in. 6 for Caroline Lucas in the game, now makes it 24-0. Campbell Moore with it for the Lady Aces. Moving to the right side of your radio dial here is a pass deflected by Carby, picked up by Campbell Moore. Roach with it. Mitchum tried to go for the steal, unsuccessful. Bounce pass down low to Casey Tall, or make that Johnny Tall rather. Here's a jumper on the way, good. Basket by Phoenix Sanders. It takes Cloverport about 45 seconds into the second quarter to pick up their first basket of the night. Makes it 24-2 in favor of Breckinridge County. Here's a jumper on the way, no good by Grimes. Rebound comes down to Lila Moore for Cloverport. Campbell Moore will bring it across the time stripe for the Lady Aces. Just played over a minute here this second quarter of play. Breckinridge County has never trailed in the game, scored the first 24. Lila Moore gets the ball to Sanders. Sanders on the right side, kicks it back out. Pass intercepted by Caroline Lucas. She'll head to the basket and lay it up and in. 8 in the ball game for Caroline Lucas. And that will trigger a timeout by Cloverport. With 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the quarter, this timeout brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road in Hardinsburg. Our score, Breckinridge County 26, Cloverport 2.
This is Luke Hardesty, and I am a junior at Breckinridge County High School and the president of Tiger
they got a basket.
Student Bank, sponsored by First
Good looking
Bank.
shot.
High school students, if you are wanting to open your first checking account, look no farther than First State Bank. The minimum deposit to open the account is only $25, and First State Bank will add $50 to the account. Now that's my kind of bank.
First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
No time requirement. Funds must remain on deposit to obtain the bonus. Contact First State Bank for full terms and disclosures.
The second quarter of Lady Tiger basketball is brought to you by Commonwealth Machining on 104.3 The River.
6:35 to go in the first half. Breckinridge County leading by the score of 26-2. Cloverport taking their second time out of the game. Leading scorers in the ball game, Lucas and Huffines each with 8 for Breckinridge County. Phoenix Sanders has the lone basket of the game to date for Cloverport. As play resumes, we have Adeline Mormon in the lineup along with Huffines. Reagan Henning, number 1, into the ball game, the 5'5" sophomore. Also into the game is number 5, Emily Hinton, a 5'7" junior. Kylie Carby also is part of the 5. Campbell Moore, Lila Moore, Callie Roach, Phoenix Sanders, and Johnny Tall are the lineup for Cloverport. Here's a drive. Moore got a good lane to the basket. Just shot went straight over the rim. And Breckinridge County comes down with a rebound. Mormon with it for the Lady Tigers. Gets it to Hinton. Hinton back to Adeline Mormon. Now Reagan Henning takes it on the right side. Here's Carby with the basketball. Carby to Mormon. Mormon kicks it over to Hinton. Now Reagan takes it on the left side. Reagan Henning back out front to Mormon. Henning with it. Now Mormon kicks it over to Carby on the right side. Hinton back out front to Mormon. Under 6 minutes to go here in the quarter. Here's Henning going to launch a 3. Looks short is. Rebound though pulled down by Breckinridge County. Hinton kicks the ball out. Mormon will launch a 3. This one looks too strong. Rebound fought for, and Cloverport comes away with it. Campbell Moore very close to traveling, no call. They were able to save the possession though. Pass got past Roach, rescued by Sanders. Roach being guarded by Henning. Campbell Moore takes it. Moore guarded by Adeline Mormon. Breckinridge County in a man-to-man defense here. Roach spins, looks for somebody to get it to. Now brings the ball out to Sanders, almost lost it, gets it back. Now Moore with it. Campbell Moore guarded by Adeline Mormon. Campbell Moore on the drive will hand it back to Roach. Coming down to 5 minutes to go here in the first half. 26-2 is the score. Here's a 3 on the way. That's an air ball by Campbell Moore. And Breckinridge County will get the ball back. Breckinridge County basketball to bring the length of the floor. As we got a substitution into the game, Grimes will check back in for the Lady Tigers. Grimes with the basketball, gets it to Huffines, back out front. This is Carby. Carby to Henning. Now Grimes with it down in the right corner. 2-3 zone now, employed by the Lady Aces. Here's Huffines with it on the left wing. Brings it back out front to Carby, who directs traffic with 4:20 remaining in the quarter. Hinton with the basketball. Brings it back to Carby. Back to Emily Hinton. Now Henning with it. Henning down to the corner to Grimes. Grimes on the left side, brings it back out. Carby, here's back to Grimes. 3-pointer on the way, got it. Joe Benebaco, Plumbing and Rentals, second 3 of the night for Elizabeth Grimes. That makes it 29-2. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Campbell Moore with the basketball. Reagan got a hand on it, but deflected, but picked up by Lila Moore. She's being guarded by Kylie Carby. Pass almost picked off by Grimes, intended for Roach. Pass was a little low, and Grimes knocks it out of bounds. Cloverport will reset at side front court with 3:44 remaining here in this opening half of play. Roach with it. Pass a little too strong, able to come up with the basketball though. Roach brings the ball back to Sanders. Lila Moore to Campbell Moore, driving on Henning. Steps right on the baseline, very close there. Ball picked up by Breckinridge County out front after Carby finds Grimes, who lays it up and in. Grimes with her 8th point of the ball game. That makes it 31-2 with 3:15 remaining in the first half of play. Moore with it for Cloverport. Campbell Moore with it. Here's a pass intended for Lila Moore. Too strong out of bounds. Josie Mitchum and Caroline Lucas will come into the ball game. Henning and Hinton head to the bench. Kylie Carby will inbounds for the Lady Tigers as we come down to 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Breckinridge County 31, Cloverport 2. Lucas with it on the left side. Brings it back to Carby. Grimes squares, 3 from the right side. Got it. Joe Benebaco, Plumbing and Rental, 3-point basket. The 3rd of the night for Grimes. She's got 11 in the ball game, and that makes it 34-2.
She likes shooting in this gym.
That's her 3rd 3 of the game. Breckinridge County now with 4 threes in the game. Campbell Moore gets the ball to Roach. Here's a loose ball picked up by Breckinridge County. Josie Mitchum. Breckinridge County has a 3-on-none. Here is Mitchum driving to the basket, puts it up and in. Josie Mitchum with her first points of the night to make it 36-2. 2:15 remaining here in the first half. Campbell Moore with the basketball. Roach has it knocked away, picked up by Grimes. She heads to the basket, will lay it up and in. 13 in the game for Grimes. That makes it 38-2, and that should be running clock here as we're at the 36-point threshold. A minute 49 left to go in this game, or in this half rather.
It's running, it's just running slowly.
As here's a pass going to be thrown into the backcourt over and back call, and Breckinridge County will get the basketball. Johnny Tall will check back into the lineup for Cloverport as Lila Moore will sit down.
They stopped it.
Not sure if they are aware of that running clock. Here's Lucas with the basketball, gets it down low. Huffines cannot find the shot that time. The rebound comes down to Cloverport. 1:27 remaining here in the first half. Breckinridge County 38, Cloverport 2. Make that Casey Tall with the basketball. Gets it to Sanders. Here's a pass for Roach. Holds it up with a minute 12 left to go. Campbell Moore will hold it out at long range. Directs traffic, now gets the ball to Sanders on the right side. Thought about a three, doesn't take it. Now she will launch a three-pointer and knock it down. They'll say she was on the line though, so it's a two-pointer. 38-4 is the score. Here's Carby, kicks it out front to Grimes. 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Breckinridge County in control in this one from the get-go. They scored the first 24. Carby gets the ball back to Grimes with 35 seconds remaining. Now Carby holds it out at long range. Roach comes out to challenge, quickly hands the ball to Lucas on the right side. Grimes with it. Breckinridge County, I think, content to hold the ball here for the rest of the quarter unless they just get an absolute clean look, such as that. Nice look from Lucas to find Mitchum driving to the basket. Puts it in for her fourth point of the night, makes it 40-4. Down to 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Here's Sanders with it. Sanders has all four of their points. Here's a loose ball picked up by Caroline Lucas, but time runs out before anything can happen. Tonight's second quarter has been brought to you by Commonwealth Machining. Our halftime score, Breckinridge County 40, Cloverport 4.
Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rentals been in business since 1973 and are still going strong and growing. They carry the largest selection of rental equipment in the area. They can also take care of all your residential and commercial plumbing needs. They haul rock, install cisterns, dig footers, basements, and backfill around your home. Call 270-756-2946. That's Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental, located on Old Highway 60 in Hardinsburg, a proud supporter of Breckinridge County and the Fighting Tigers.
Back with you at the Sports Center at Cloverport High School, along with Mike Harned. This is Lee Bramlett. Breckinridge County Lady Tigers leading the Lady Aces at halftime 40-4. Breckinridge County scored the first 24 points of this game and have never looked back. They took the margin out beyond the running clock threshold late in the first half. They're enjoying their biggest lead of the night right now at 36 at 40-4. Let's take a look at the first half scoring. First for Breckinridge County, they're being led on the night with Elizabeth Grimes. She has 13 points at halftime, including 3 Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental 3-point baskets. 8 points of the ball game to Caroline Lucas. 8 points of the game to Kaylee Huffines. 5 points on the night to Adeline Mormon. Josie Mitchum has 4 points. 2 points of the game to Kylie Carby. Rowan Radaszewski, Emily and Ashley Henton, Bailey Brown and Reagan Henning, all with playing time for the Lady Tigers, but did not score. Across the way for Cloverport, all their offense is in one player, that being Phoenix Sanders. She has all 4 of their points on a pair of baskets in the second quarter. Otherwise, Campbell Moore, Lila Moore, Callie Roach, and Casey Tall, and Kylie Tyndall with playing time for the Lady Aces. They did not score. 40-4 is our halftime score. Lady Tigers in front. The halftime show brought to you by Highway 60 Pond. Mike Harned will have a look at some of the additional stats of the first half coming up here on 104.3 The River.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Breckinridge County High School alumni Matt Mattingly and Katie Critchlow at Legacy Physical Therapy salute you, Breckinridge County, and support Breckinridge County sports. Legacy Physical Therapy is an outpatient physical therapy clinic proudly serving Breckinridge County with that Tiger pride. Located at 237 Highway 60 in Hardinsburg, Matt Mattingly and Katie Critchlow and their staff are very proud to serve their patients and their community. At Legacy Physical Therapy, they treat people, not patients.
Breckinridge County Lady Tigers leading at halftime over Cloverport 40-4. Along with Mike Harned, this is Lee Bramlett. Lady Tigers have led from wire to wire to this point. They scored the first 24 points of the game and have never looked back. Mike Harned, look at some of the stats that you've been keeping tonight.
Well, the big stat is the 14 turnovers committed by Cloverport. That's led to a lot of layups on the other end for Breckinridge County. Breckinridge County has only committed one turnover themselves. Free throw shooting, not much to it. Cloverport has not taken a free throw, and Breckinridge County missed their only free throw. Rebounding, I've got it 7-7, just not a whole lot of rebounds to be made due to the fact that Breckinridge County is shooting a very high percentage and Cloverport's not getting a lot of shots off. I don't have exactly, but I would feel comfortable in saying Cloverport probably has taken a single-digit number of shots here in the first half.
As they've struggled again to maintain possession of the basketball, really, I think we talked about it in the first quarter, they maybe had 3 shots in that quarter. Then Sanders has knocked down both of their shots, one from the left side and then had a nice one here. I thought it was a three-pointer, but her foot was on the line. She has all 4 of the points at this point. If you're Breckinridge County Lady Tigers, you have to like your position at the moment. As again, got out to a quick start here tonight, have the lead, and can now maybe get some of your reserves in here in the second half, get them some playing time, as we mentioned, for what will be a big February coming up.
And Coach Carby, Coach Critchlow, Coach LaGrange, and the staff, they've basically been trying to rotate in and out different groups. So it's not just the 5 starters and then they come out, put 5 new ones in. He's rotating them in and out so that each girl is playing with different teammates, because you never know as the season goes down towards the end here what you get into a game where you've got some foul trouble issues or whatnot, and you can't just go a first unit, second unit, that type of thing. And so some of these younger, less experienced girls are getting an opportunity to play with some of the upperclassmen and the starters, so that's a good experience for them.
Foul situation you alluded to was not a problem in this ball game. As you said, only 1 free throw taken. That was by Breckinridge County. Lucas missed on her lone attempt. Only 1 foul has been committed for the first half. That was by Callie Roach. Otherwise, no fouls called in that first half of play. A reminder, coming up later, we've got Fighting Tiger basketball. Breckinridge County taking on Cloverport here in the second game. Scheduled for a 7 o'clock start, maybe going a little earlier if we have the running clock. We'll have, of course, coverage of that game for you coming up as well this evening. Then Friday night, back to Tiger Arena as the Fighting Tigers will host Muhlenberg County. We'll be on the air with the coverage at 6:45. Then a busy week next week. Lady Tigers will be hosting Owensboro at Tiger Arena. That's a 6:45 start on Monday evening for the broadcast with Mark Grimes. Then Tuesday night, it is the Fighting Tigers taking on South Spencer. That game added during the season, so it'll be a Tuesday night game there. Again, coverage gets underway at 6:45 here on 104.3 The River. A reminder, coming up on Friday night's game with Muhlenberg County, we'll be naming a Subway Player of the Week. Last week's recipient was the Lady Tigers' Josie Mitchum. The Subway Player of the Week brought to you each and every week throughout the sports season by Subway on Old Highway 60 in Hardinsburg. It is 40-4. Breckinridge County's Lady Tigers in front over Cloverport. Tonight's halftime show has been brought to you by Highway 60 Pawn. Second half coming up in just a moment here on 104.3 The River.
Do you know what the Breckinridge County Health Department does? We do everything from pool inspections to site evaluations on septic tanks, the WIC program, women's health, immunizations, children and adults, disaster preparedness, and community health education, among many other things. For more information, you can call us at 270-756-5121 or go to our website, BreckinridgeCountyHealthDEPT.org. And good luck, Breckinridge County Fighting Tigers, from all of us at the Breckinridge County Health Department.
Both teams back at the bench, about 30 seconds away from the start of the second half. Breckinridge County Lady Tigers leading the Lady Aces 40-4 at the midway point. Leading scorer in the ball game is Elizabeth Grimes. She has 13 points on the night. Mike Harned, I guess at this point the big thing, run your rotations, get your players some starting time, some of the reserves. Also give your starters a chance to rest up here for what will be a busy February. We talked about it earlier. You've got Owensboro coming in, I believe, on Monday night. Then beyond that, we still got games against Owensboro Catholic, Assumption, Bardstown, Bethlehem comes in as part of the Vintage Tees Classic. They've added a game against Henderson County. Then a road trip, I believe, to Elizabethtown late in the season as well.
And dare I say it, just try not to get any ankle injuries or anything else. Watching the Louisville game last night, they had one of their starters get hurt in pregame warm-ups, so it could certainly happen just as easily in practice or anything like that, but you certainly don't want to see an injury at any time, but especially not in a blowout game.
Both teams returning to their starting five for Breckinridge County: Caroline Lucas, Elizabeth Grimes, Kylie Carnby, Adeline Moorman, and Kaylee Huffines. Cloverport, Campbell and Lila Moore, Phoenix Sanders, Callie Roach, and Casey Tall. Here's a shot up, no good. Rebound, high archer doesn't go by Lucas, and the rebound comes down to Cloverport.
Set play out of halftime. It got a good look, and just didn't make the shot.
Casey Tall gets the basketball to Callie Roach. Now Sanders with it. Has the ball bounce away from her. Picked up by Grimes. Grimes drives to the basket. Puts it off the glass and in. 15 on the night now for Elizabeth Grimes. That makes it 42-4. Breckinridge County enjoying their biggest lead of the night. Campbell Moore gets the ball. Pass picked off by Moorman. Drives down the center of the lane, lays it up and in. 7 of the ball game for Adeline Moorman. 44-4 the score now. 7:04 remaining here in the third quarter.
Roach not pressing or anything, Lee. They're just sagging back down into a man-to-man defense.
Shot short by Campbell Moore. And now Grimes will bring the ball up the floor.
Slowly.
With a 40-point lead, there's no particular hurry here for the Lady Tigers. As they get the ball, Huffines to Grimes. Now Carby with it. She'll fire a three from the right corner. That is no good. Rebound comes down to Campbell Moore for Cloverport. Lady Aces moving to the left side of your radio dial here in the second half. Here's Lila Moore with it. Pushes up the shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Elizabeth Grimes for Breckinridge County. This is Lucas with it. Bounce pass finds Carby. She puts it off the glass and in. Kaylee Huffines with her 10th point of the ball game.
Nice pass.
46-4 now the count, coming down to 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Campbell Moore with the basketball. Pulls it out at long range. Breckinridge County not pressing, they're just going man-to-man defense here and will switch off. Roach with it. Gets the ball over to Moore. She'll launch a three-pointer. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Grimes for Breckinridge County.
It's her third rebound of the half already for Grimes.
Lady Tigers moving to the right side of your radio dial here in this third quarter of play. Lucas down low to Huffines. Over, we get a whistle and a okay. I think may have been an inadvertent whistle or
an official's timeout for somebody to tie a shoe.
Well,
the clock kept running, so no harms, no foul.
Yeah, it's a shoe, I'm being told. So Bailey Brown, Josie Mitchum into the ball game. Mitchum cross-court pass finds Carby. They lob it underneath the Huffines. She pushes up the shot, can't catch the rim. Second attempt is good. 12 in the ball game for Huffines. Makes it 48-4. Under 5 minutes remaining here as we are in running clock mode the rest of the way. Here is Roach. Lost the handle out of bounds, and it comes back to Breckinridge County. Ashley Henton and Johnny Tall will check into the ball game, respectively, for Breckinridge County and Cloverport. Also, Rowan Ratajkowski will not get in. Now she will get in.
Bailey Brown also in.
So the lone starters left right now is Carby. Brown with the basketball, gets it to Mitchum. Brings it over to Ratajkowski. Thought about the three, doesn't take it. Carby at the top of the key. Brown with it on the left side. 2-3, but they will sag out of it. Lila Moore will take a couple of steps closer to the top of the key from the back line. Here's Carby with it. Carby bluffs the three, now drives, kicks it in to Mitchum. Mitchum back out to Ratajczewski. She'll put up a three-pointer, got it. Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Rental three-point basket for Rowan Ratajczewski, her first of the night. That'll make it 51-4, under 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Good find there by Josie Mitchum on that pass.
Campbell Moore's three-away three does not draw iron and out of bounds back to Breckinridge County. Inbounds, Carby will bring it up the floor with 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third. Bailey Brown with it on the left side, back out front. Carby dribbles to the right, now kicks it down in the corner. Ratajczewski will launch another three, this one no good. Rebound comes down to Johnny Tall for Cloverport. Campbell Moore will bring the ball up the floor for the Lady Aces with 3:13 remaining. Moore, bounce pass to Johnny Tall. Now Roach out of bounds. Pass by Tall was just wide of Roach. Turnover will give the ball back to Breckinridge County. Reagan Henning will check into the lineup. Also, we get Ashley Hinton into the ball game. Brown with it for the Lady Tigers on the left side. They lob it over to Ratajczewski. On the right, back out front, Henning with it. 2:39 remaining in the third. Breckinridge County 51, Cloverport 4. Mitchum thought about a three, doesn't take it. Now Henning with it on the right side. Kicks it back out front to Hinton. Here's Ratajczewski, back to Brown. She squares, three left side, no good. Rebound comes down to Hinton, puts it off the glass and in. Ashley Hinton with her first 2 points of the night. Makes it a 53-4 ball game with 2:12 remaining here in the third quarter. Roach with it, kicks the ball out front. Johnny Tall over to Moore, now Callie Roach, back to Campbell Moore. Here's Sanders going to launch a three-pointer, that's no good. Rebound controlled by Ashley Hinton for Breckinridge County. Reagan Henning with it for the Lady Tigers as we're under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Hinton with the basketball, brings it out to Henning. Brown with it. Brown kicks it over the corner. Ratajczewski, she'll launch a three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound, Mitchum puts it up high off the banker and goes in. Mitchum with her 6th point of the ball game. Makes it 55-4 with 1:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Here's a shot on the way. Sanders hits the front of the rim, no good. Thrown up by Lila Moore, catches the front of the rim short. And the rebound comes down to Breckinridge County.
Oh.
As down at the other end, we get a foul. Was that Roach on the foul there?
Yes, it was, 33.
That'll be her second, just the second of the game. And Roach has both of them.
Couldn't not call that one. You had to call that one.
Final minute of the quarter. Mitchum thought about a three, doesn't take it, now kicks it over. Ratajczewski will try a three and drain it. Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Rental's second three of the night for Rowan Ratajczewski. She's got 6 in the ball game. That'll make it 58-4. Johnny Tall has the pass intercepted by Reagan Henning. Henning will just walk it across the time stripe. Now Mitchum with the basketball, thought about a three, cut off. Now Ratajczewski with it. Brings it back out front to Emily Hinton into the ball game. Here's Ratajczewski out front. Ashley Hinton to Reagan Henning. Thought about a three, doesn't take it. Now down in the corner to Mitchum with 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Cross-court pass. Ratajczewski with it. And here's going to be a pass rescued by Mitchum. She'll launch a three-pointer, no good. Here's a put up at the head of the buzzer, good by Ashley Hinton. That is her 4th point of the night. And it gives Breckinridge County a 60-4 lead. Tonight's third quarter has been brought to you by Hardinsburg Nursing and Rehab. Again, the score, Breckinridge County 60, Cloverport 4.
Are you aware of all the healthcare services offered right here in Breckinridge County? Allison Mattingly here from Breckinridge Health to let you know there are so many services we provide right here so you don't have to travel far. Surgery, new providers, ear, nose, and throat, outpatient therapy services, cardiac rehab, and so much more. To find out more about the services offered, call 270-756-7000 or go to www.mybreckhealth.org.
Breckinridge County outscored Cloverport 20-0 in that third quarter and now lead this game 60-4. The leading scorer on the night for the Lady Tigers is Elizabeth Grimes with 15 points. Phoenix Sanders has all 4 of the points for Cloverport in this game. The Lady Aces with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter along with Mike Harned. This is Lee Bramlett. First of 2 here. Coming up later, we've got the Fighting Tigers and the Aces in the second game of the doubleheader. Shot up by Cloverport is no good. Ratajkowski comes down with a rebound for Breckinridge County. Lady Tigers have Ratajkowski, Ashley and Emily Hinton, Reagan Henning and Josie Mitchum in the game. Henning gets it in the lane. Hinton intended for Ashley Hinton, but the pass goes off her hands, out of bounds, and give it back to Cloverport. Breckinridge County scored the first 24 points of this game and have never looked back. Moore with the basketball for Cloverport. Kylie Tyndall thought a lot about the shot, doesn't take it. Now Lila Moore to Phoenix Sanders. Roach with it. Campbell Moore will launch a three-pointer that is no good. Rebound comes down to Ashley Hinton for Breckinridge County and gets the ball to Josie Mitchum. Reagan Henning with the basketball with 6:45 remaining in the game. Hinton, or make that Mitchum with it on the right side. Cross-court pass finds Emily Hinton. Reagan Henning with it, back to Josie Mitchum. 2-3 zone by the Lady Aces. This is Ratajkowski with it, back to Henning. Henning to Ratajkowski, now Mitchum takes it down to the right corner. Bounce pass to Ratajkowski, back out. Mitchum to Reagan. Now Hinton with it, gets it over to Ratajkowski. Ratajkowski brings the ball back out to Henning. Here is Mitchum, bounce pass, kicks it to Emily Hinton. Ratajkowski back from Henning. Ratajkowski will hand the ball off to Ashley Hinton. They get the ball to Mitchum down to the paint, kicks it over. Here's a 3 attempt on the way, no good by Emily Hinton. Rebound controlled by Rowan Ratajkowski. And we'll get a timeout for Breckinridge County, just enough to get the least substitutions into the ball game as they will bring in Bailey Brown to replace Josie Mitchum. Cloverport brings the number 4, Jaden Day, a 5'4", 8th grader, into the lineup. So resetting the lineups, it is Ratajkowski, Henning, Ashley and Emily Hinton, and Bailey Brown for Breckinridge County. Cloverport has Kylie Tyndall, Jaden Day, Phoenix Sanders, Callie Roach, and Campbell Moore. Loose ball picked up by Cloverport. Moore will bring the ball up the floor with 5:19 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Moore with the basketball to Day. They'll kick it to Roach on the left side, brings it back out front to Tyndall. Tyndall dribbles around the arc, now brings it back to Moore. Day with it on the right side. Sanders to Tyndall. Cloverport also working the arc as well. Day with the basketball. Tyndall will launch a long 2-pointer off the side of the rim, no good. Roach has her shot blocked. Rebound comes down to Breckinridge County. Ashley Hinton with the rebound and will hand it off to Bailey Brown with 4:44 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Ratajkowski with the basketball for Breckinridge County. Bounce pass. Hinton out front to Henning. Back to Ratajkowski. Brown with it. Over to Emily Hinton. Now Henning with the basketball. Henning in the paint. Gets it to Ratajkowski. Pulls up. Jumper got it. Short jumper in the paint for the 8th point of the night for Ratajkowski. That'll make it 62-4 with 4:19 left to go in this game. Breckinridge County on defense is Cloverport with the basketball. Here's a 3 on the way by Moore that is no good. A fight for the rebound. Sanders gets the rebound, tries to force up the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Ratajkowski, and Breckinridge County with the basketball with 3:56 left to go in this game. Ratajkowski on the left side. Hinton with it. Ratajkowski with the basketball, gets it to Ashley Hinton, puts up the shot, can't get it to roll as it goes off the front of the rim. But we get a foul on Cloverport. That's going to be on Roach. That is her 3rd foul, and just the 3rd foul of the game. Substitution on the way. Free throw is good by Ashley Hinton. Substitution will be Lila Moore in the ball game.
Only the 2nd free throw attempt of the game.
Breckinridge County 1 of 2 from that. One more attempt on the way here for Ashley Hinton with 5 points on the night, misses the free throw. Loose ball, Emily Hinton tries to tie it up, still tried to go for it, and Campbell Moore wheels it away, and Cloverport will bring it up the floor with 3:26 left to go in the game. Day with the basketball, pass intercepted by Emily Hinton. Hinton does not drive 1-on-2, still had it off to Ratajkowski with 3:15 left to go in the game. Here's Brown going to launch a three-pointer, front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Campbell Moore. Moore trying to drive 1 against 4, trying to get to the basket, and lost the handle, and it's picked up by Bailey Brown. Breckinridge County will go the other way with 2:59 left to go in this ball game. Lady Tigers up 63-4. Emily Hinton gets the ball to Ashley Hinton. Now Reagan Henning with it. They get the ball to Brown on the right side. Ratajkowski off the top of the key finds Ashley Hinton. Here's the ball to Ratajkowski. Lady Tigers will pull it out. 2:37 left to go in this game. Emily Hinton with it for the Lady Tigers. Brings it back to Bailey Brown. They lob it underneath. Here's Henning. Gets caught. Will kick it back out. Ratajkowski will pull up with a three-pointer. That is no good. Race for the rebound. Goes out of bounds. And last touch by Breckinridge County. So Cloverport brings it up the floor with 2:20 left to go in the game. Lady Tigers will get ready for their next game of the season when they head back to Tiger Arena to take on Owensboro on Monday night. Here's a jumper on the way by Moore. That is good. A three-point basket. Campbell Moore with her first points of the game. Makes it 63-7. As we're down to 1:48 left to go in this ball game. Lady Tigers will improve to 16-6 on the season as Ratajkowski gets caught down low and is whistled for the foul.
.30, so that's more on the foul.
First player other than Roach to pick up a foul. And since it was not a shooting foul, inbounds comes into Breckinridge County with 1:18 left to go in this game. 63-7 is the score. Ratajkowski with it. Again, Breckinridge County in no hurry to take a shot here, unless they just get a good look. Here's Henning with the basketball. Gets it over to Ratajkowski on the right side. Emily Hinton takes it out front. Gets it back to Reagan Henning with 1 minute left to go in the game. Hinton with it. Emily Hinton gets it over to Bailey Brown. Now Ratajkowski with it. Brown with it. Left side. They try to lob it down low. Intended for Hinton. Pass is picked off by Cloverport. Campbell Moore will bring it up the floor with 40 seconds left to go in the ball game. Moore will hold it out with 34 seconds left. Breckinridge County in a 2-3 zone. Now a diagonal run. Here's a three on the way by Sanders. That is short. Rebound pulled down by Ashley Hinton for Breckinridge County. Down to 20 seconds left to go in the game. Brown gets the ball to Ratajkowski. Breckinridge County stretching the floor here, and looks like they will not take a shot with the final 10 seconds of this ball game. Tonight's fourth quarter has been brought to you by Commonwealth Machining on Rupert Askins Lane in Harned. The final score, Breckinridge County Lady Tigers 63, Cloverport Lady Aces 7.
At Wright Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, gators, tractors, ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Wright Implement has 15 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Wright Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at wrightimp.com.
Breckinridge County Lady Tigers cruise to a 63-7 win tonight over the Cloverport Lady Aces. Breckinridge County scored the game's first 24 points before Cloverport finally picked up a couple of baskets in the second quarter. Lady Tigers led at all stops, 22-0, 40-4, 60-4. The two teams basically scoring 3 points in a fast-moving fourth quarter to round out the scoring of the night, 63-7. Lady Tigers pick up their 16th win of the season. They improve to 4-1 in district play. Taking the look at the scoring here tonight, Lady Tigers led in scoring by Elizabeth Grimes, who finishes the night with 15 points. 12 in the ball game going to Kaylee Huffines. Those were the two players in double digits scoring. 8 points of the ball game to Rowan Ratajkowski coming off the bench. 8 tonight to Caroline Lucas. 7 in the ball game to Adeline Mormon. It was 6 points on the night to Josie Mitchum. 5 in the ball game to Ashley Hinton. 2 points on the night to Kylie Carby. Playing time tonight for Emily Hinton, Bailey Brown, and Reagan Henning. They did not score. For the Lady Aces, their scoring confined in 2 players. That being Phoenix Sanders. She had a pair of field goals in the second quarter for her 4 points. And Campbell Moore with a 3 in the fourth quarter for her lone score of the night. Mike Harned, a quick look at the final stats tonight.
I had Cloverport finish the game with 20 turnovers, Breckinridge County with 4, so a huge advantage there. Led to a lot of fast break points. Cloverport never attempted a free throw on the night. Breckinridge County 1 of 3 from the free throw line, and rebounding. Breckinridge County out-rebounded Cloverport by a final margin of 4 at 19-15. So Breckinridge County got to work on some things as we predicted pregame. Got to see the zone, biggest part of the game, so that could maybe pay some dividends on later. And just played a lot better basketball than they did Monday night down at North Hardin, as shot a much higher percentage and connected on several shots from deep, and just kind of got back into a rhythm and hopefully get some confidence and getting some momentum headed down the stretch.
Lady Tigers win it 63-7. We're going to go ahead and take a break for just a couple of minutes as the Fighting Tigers and the Aces are out warming up right now. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the pregame coverage for tonight's second game of the doubleheader. Again, the final score, Breckinridge County Lady Tigers 63, Cloverport Lady Aces 7. Our postgame show tonight has been brought to you by The Print Place, TGH Machine and Welding, and Beachy Dogs here on 104.3 The River.
So you've heard us talking about Brandenburg Telecom. We could have chosen any other provider for our phone, internet, TV, and security service, but we chose Brandenburg Telecom.
It is not hard to find a good deal these days. What it is hard to find is a provider that delivers the best value of service. That's exactly what we're getting with Brandenburg Telecom.
They don't trick you with introductory rates.
They don't keep you waiting for service or waiting on the phone.
When they say they're going to do something, they do it.
Brandenburg Telecom are people who live
and work
and play in my community.
They're part of this community, and that's why they care.
If you only have one service with Brandenburg Telecom, you're missing out on their other great services.
Give them a chance.
You won't be disappointed. I'm ready for the burger.
Breckinridge County and Cloverport set to take the court here in about 5 minutes. The Fighting Tigers come into this game with an 8-10 record following a 77-69 game, a win over Nelson County. Mike Harned, we've talked about the need for the Tigers to play a complete 4 quarters of basketball, and you could say to some level they have. The problem was it was the last 2 quarters of the Meade County game and the first 2 quarters of the Nelson County game the other night.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We talked about that on Friday night. 2 of the better halves of basketball they've had over the course of the season, but they were in 2 different games. So interesting to see how they come out tonight, highly favored in this game, and don't think that the score will be quite as widespread as in the girls' game, but who knows with the fact that we just noticed that Cloverport's second leading scorer is in street clothes and appears not to be eligible to play for tonight. So that's going to take away, approximately 10 points a game, I guess.
9.4 is Dorsey Emery.
So without Emery, that'll put Cloverport at even more of a disadvantage. But they've got one of the higher scorers in the region in Weatherholt, and he's leading them out of the locker room here, back out onto the floor with 4 minutes to go on the clock. So be interesting to see how Breckinridge County comes out. Much of the same as with the girls. I think there'll be a bunch of different combinations, some subs playing with some starters, and just kind of see how everybody fits together.
And what if there is a positive coming into the game to guard against overconfidence? Coach LaGrange can definitely throw that second half out. Remember, they were up by as many as 26 in that second half against Nelson County. Appeared to be walking away comfortably, but almost a repeat, if I'm not mistaken, from the Edmonson County game where they built the big lead. Edmonson stormed back, and the Tigers had to sweat out the last couple of minutes before getting that 8-point victory. So, and it is a key carrot, I think, in mind, because when you look at the district standings, that Meade County win so huge in terms of the district standings, all the Tigers have to do is win one of their last 2 district games, either tonight here against Cloverport or a week from Friday night down at Hancock County. They are the number 1 seed for the district tournament.
Yeah, and they want to go ahead and take care of that here tonight, and are expected to do so. So just come out, stay focused, and play hard. And I thought the girls looked good and winning big, and hope to see the same out of the boys.
Lady Tigers won earlier 63-7 in a game you heard just a few minutes ago here on 104.3 The River. Cloverport warming up right now. They are back out on the floor. Fighting Tigers waiting to see them come out of the locker room. The Aces in their last game fell to Hancock County. As Mike Harned alluded to, they are led in scoring by the 5'9" senior Cole Weatherholt. He has 17.4 points per game. But the big story again is Dorsey Emery, number 2, their second leading scorer, 9.4 points per game, 9.4 points per game. He is in street clothes unavailable tonight as the Aces come off a 68-46 loss to Hancock County in their last district matchup. These 2 teams met up in Harned earlier in the year. That was on December 1st. Breckinridge County won that game 70-32, but the Tigers, while they were leading that ball game, really did not take full control of that game, really, I thought, until the early stages of the third quarter. In a game, of course, they did not have Mercer Rogers, because I believe Rogers was injured in the prior game for the Tigers. Coach LaGrange opting to rest Rogers that night, and the Tigers were still able to get a comfortable win.
Yeah, but it goes back to what you led off with, Lee, just a little bit of inconsistency. So Coach LaGrange is still searching for that extra effort from opening tip to the final horn and play solid. Breckinridge County's had quarters of basketball where they've scored 24, 25, 26 points in a quarter, and they've had quarters where they played and scored in single digits. There's just been that lack of consistency. So I'd like to see Breckinridge County come out tonight and put 16, 18, 20 points at least up in every quarter like they're capable of doing.
We'll check the starting lineups and have the opening tip for you in just a moment. Pre-game coverage has been brought to you tonight by the home folks of Hartonsburg Tire Service.
Our weather is...
Experience the difference of the Big Green Egg ceramic cooker from Irvington Gas Company. It's a smoker, a grill, and oven, all in one. It's easy to start, reaching cooking temperatures in just 10 minutes with temperature control so you can cook to perfection. It's safer to use and it's easy to clean up. Stop by Irvington Gas Company on Highway 79 to see the Big Green Egg and other gas grills available. Irvington Gas Company, serving this area for more than 75 years.
Back with you at the Cloverport Sports Center along with Mike Harned. This is Lee Bramlett. Breckinridge County and Cloverport set to face off in a district matchup before the game beginning. They just made a presentation here to Cole Weatherholt. Coach Jason Hurst presenting, I believe, a ceremonial basketball. I'm going to believe that he apparently had a mile mark recently.
1,000-point club.
Went past the 1,000-point mark, so he was honored here in front of the folks here at the Sports Center. So let's go ahead while they will introduce the starting lineups. We'll pick those up as we go along here this evening. The first will be introduced, Breckinridge County, dressed in road black with maroon numbers, white letters. Chase Hardesty starts at a guard, 6'1" junior. Jonah Miller is a forward, 6'4", 175, a sophomore. Benjamin Grimes gets the start tonight, number 21, 5'5", 7th grader. Devin Spalding, number 30, the 5'10" senior. And it'll be Braden Carmen making the start as well, 6'1" junior. Fighting Tigers coached by Jeff LaGrange with a record of 8 wins and 10 losses on the season. We'll have an introduction now. It will starting lineups now for the Aces. Caden Greenwood, number 1, a 5'7" freshman. Trenton Hendrick starts at another guard, 5'5" freshman. Weston Perkins, a 5'9" freshman, starts at forward. Matt Woodward, number 42, is the 4th starter, 5'6" senior. And Cole Weatherholt, number 20, is the last starter. He is the leading scorer for the Aces on the season at 17.1. Leading scorer for Breckinridge County, Mercer Rogers, at 14.8 per game. As we're just about underway, and looking down to the bench. Am I even seeing Mercer on the bench tonight? Braxton, interesting.
I'm not sure.
I'm looking down. I do not see him at this point, and I'm getting an indication he is not even on the bench tonight. So it'll be Breckinridge County basketball to begin this game. Fighting Tigers moving to the left side of your radio dial. Hardesty with the basketball. Gets the ball out front. Here is a three on the way by Hardesty, front of the rim, no good. And the rebound comes down to Woodward for Cloverport. Weatherholt across the time stripe for the Aces, moving to the left side of your radio dial, being guarded by Jonah Miller. Here is Weatherholt drive, scoops, gets the ball to Woodward, knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Cloverport. Breckinridge County on defense, side of front court for the Aces. Here is the ball to Weston Perkins. Perkins drives the baseline, puts up the shot, knocked out of his hands. Loose ball picked up by Breckinridge County's Devin Spalding. Here is Spalding going to pull up with a three-pointer that is too strong. High arching shot, tipped up in the air. Rebound tracked down by Cloverport. Cloverport basketball, home white jerseys, blue numbers and letters. This is Greenwood with it on the right side. Greenwood to Woodward. Now gets the ball. Ball bounces off of Hardesty, stays with Cloverport. Here's Woodward driving the baseline, dishes off. Greenwood shot rolls up and in. Caden Greenwood with a basket, and Cloverport takes it for 2-0 substitution apparently.
Somebody blow the whistle.
They made a substitution while they had the opportunity. And that will get Lance Poole into the ball game.
I think that's the second time tonight, Lee, the official has blown the whistle and didn't know he blew it.
Poole with the basketball, gets it to Miller at the free throw line. They find Carmen underneath. Reverse layup up and in. Brayden Carmen with a basket. Ties the game at 2, 6:13 remaining in the opening quarter. Tigers trying full court pressure. Here's the ball tipped up in the air. Perkins with it, now backs it away. Here's a pass intercepted by Lance Poole. Poole races into the front court. Tries to fire a pass, picked up by Spalding. Down in the corner, Grimes with it. Grimes gets the ball to Carmen. Carmen out front. Here's Jonah Miller going to launch a three-pointer. In and out, no good. Rebound Carmen. He puts it off the glass and in. Put back by Brayden Carmen for his fourth point of the ball game. That'll make it 4-2. 5:40 to go here in the opening quarter of play. Breckinridge County trying to apply the press. Cloverport able to beat it. They find Woodward underneath the basket. He puts it off the glass, no good. Gets his own miss. Has the ball knocked out of his hands, picked up by Breckinridge County. Tigers on the run the other way. Here's Poole with it. Thought about the jumper, doesn't take it. He pulls up with a jumper that is short. Rebound fought for and pulled down by Weatherholt for Cloverport. This is Weatherholt with the basketball, drives in the lane, pushes up the shot, off the back of the rim, no good. Jonah Miller has the rebound slapped out of his hands, and it'll stay with Cloverport. Cloverport basketball underneath their own basket with 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 4-2 is the score. Greenwood finally brings the ball into Matt Woodward. Out front, Weatherholt takes the basketball, bluffs the three, drives the basket. He puts up the little floater, no good. This time ball goes off Weatherholt's hands and back over to Breckinridge County.
Sloppy here to start.
4 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Grimes across the time stripe for Breckinridge County. Gets the ball to Carmen. Carmen goes into the lane, goes up, has the ball knocked out of his hands, but is fouled on the drive to the basket. Foul is going to be on number 33 for Cloverport. That is Weston Perkins. He picks up his first foul, team first of the quarter. Free throw is good by Brayden Carmen for his fifth point of the ball game. Tigers will bring Braxton Tall and Chase Hardesty into the lineup. Second free throw is on the way by Carmen and good. Carmen has 6 in the ball game, and it's 6-2. 4:35 remaining here in the opening quarter. We'll get a reach in on Braxton Tall as the Tigers try to apply some full court pressure. Tall picks up his foul, first of the game, first of the quarter. Tigers will bring Hayden Brockman, number 00, into the lineup, a 6'4 junior averaging 4.5 points per game. Cloverport basketball, 4.5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. 6-2 is the score. Here is Greenwood with it, caught in the double team, now kicks it back out front. Here's a drive floater, shot partially blocked, fight for the rebound, tipped up in the air, picked up by Braxton Tall. Tigers have a 3-on-2. Here's a bounce pass ahead to Poole. He puts it off the glass short, goes back for his own miss, puts it up off the glass and in. Lance Poole with his first points of the game makes it an 8-2 score in favor of Breckinridge County. Tigers trying to apply full court pressure. Almost forced the turnover there. Tigers now have a 3-on-1. Here is a shot that is good, and a foul on Breckinridge County. Zachary Glow gets the basket for his first points of the game, and he'll go to the line. The foul was on Lance Poole.
Yes, sir.
That'll be his first, team second. Glow hits the free throw stripe, looking for his first make of the season. He'll try to complete the three-point play here. On the way, back of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by Jonah Miller for the Tigers. Here is Jonah Miller, pulls up, short jumper, catches the front of the back of the rim, no good. Braxton Tall has the ball knocked out of his hands. Loose ball is picked up by Cloverport. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. 8-4 is the score. Tigers in front, Cloverport for the basketball. Weatherholt tries to move off the screen, gets the ball over to Glow. Out front, Greenwood with it. Here is a bounce pass back to Weatherholt. Here is a shot up and good. Well, that Weatherholt, I believe, I was looking away for a second.
It was.
Weatherholt's first points of the ball game, 8-6. 3 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Poole with the basketball. Tall with it, pass deflected, picked up by Cloverport. Cloverport with a short jumper that is good by Weatherholt. He's got 4 in the ball game, and we've got a tie game at 8. Second tie of the night. Tigers with the basketball, coming down to 2.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Here's a 3 on the way, good. A Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Rental three-pointer for Chase Hardesty gives the Tigers back the lead at 11-8. Tigers trying to set up with full court pressure. Cloverport gets the ball into the front court, almost knocked away. Double team is Glow, looking for someone to get it to. And here is a ball knocked away, picked up by Cloverport. Hardesty gets the steal. A lot of contact there. They let it go as Hardesty drives the basket, puts it up and in, and draws the foul.
Caden Greenwood.
Greenwood will pick up his first. That'll be the team second. Hardesty will go to the line. 75% free throw shooter. Trying to complete a three-point play here would give the Tigers their biggest lead of the night, or match it actually. First free throw on the way is good. Hardesty with 6 in the ball game. 6 is the lead for Breckinridge County at 14-8. 2:10 left to go here. Here is a double team. What we're trying to get is someone, loose ball on the floor, scramble is finally picked up. Braxton Tall has the ball knocked away. He's able to rescue it for the Tigers. Braxton Tall into the front court for Breckinridge County. He drives, puts up the shot, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Brockman goes back up, tries a little hook shot, and puts it in. Brockman's first points of the ball game. That makes it 16-8 with a minute 40 to go here in the first half of play. Tigers trying to press. Cloverport is able to break into the front court. Here's Weatherholt with the basketball. Drives on Tall, cut off of the baseline, now kicks it out. Here's a 3 on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Chase Hardesty for the Tigers. Here's a 3 attempt on the other side, good for Lance Poole. Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Rental three-point basket gives Poole his 5th point of the night. Breckinridge County on an 11-0 run and picks up the basketball. Here is Poole driving after the steal. He puts it off the glass and in. 7 for Poole in the ball game. Makes it 21-8. Final minute of this opening quarter. Hendrick with the basketball. Here is Perkins, kicks it out. Weatherholt will launch a 3, no good. Rebound Hardesty with it for Breckinridge County. Down to 45 seconds to go here in the quarter. Here's Hardesty driving to the glass. High bank shot doesn't go. Rebound Brockman puts it up and in. Brockman with his 4th point of the ball game. Breckinridge County now on a 15-0 run. As we're under 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Tigers turning up the defensive pressure as here's a jumper by Weatherholt, no good. Rebound comes down to Ryan Nottingham, who's into the ball game for the Tigers. Nottingham into the front court, will bring it out to Hardesty. Now Poole takes it. Here's Tall with it. He'll pull up a high arching 3 that is no good. Rebound will be tracked down by Weatherholt with 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Weatherholt right side, he'll launch a 3-pointer that is no good. Brockman collects the rebound and time will run out before a shot. Brockman's heave from 3-quarter court is no good. Tonight's first quarter has been brought to you by Hardinsburg Nursing and Rehab with the score, Breckinridge County 23 and Cloverport 8.
How many times have you called someplace and heard this?
For customer service, press 1.
At First State Bank, when you call one of their 3 locations, you'll hear this.
First State Bank, this is Michelle. How may I help you?
From opening a checking or savings account to home or commercial loans, you'll get a friendly voice ready to assist with your banking needs. Call or stop by today and find out why for more than 100 years, First State Bank, where your friends bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Online at firststatebankky.com.
Breckinridge County basketball on defense to begin this second quarter. Cloverport with it in the front court. Weatherholt kicks the ball over to Caden Greenwood. Aces trail 23-8. They tied the game at 8 on a basket by Weatherholt, but then the Tigers turned up the pressure defense and went on a 15-0 run to end the quarter. Leading scorer in the ball game right now is Lance Poole. He has 7 points on the night. Weatherholt has 4 to lead the Aces. Matt Woodworth gets the ball ahead. Here's Greenwood going to launch a 3-pointer, air ball. Rebound collected by Ryan Nottingham for Breckinridge County. Poole with the basketball, drives, cut off, loose ball goes to floor, fought for. Still being fought for, picked up by Breckinridge County. Will finally get a reach in on the Aces as Nottingham tried to pull it out there. They'll get Matt Woodward with a foul on him. That'll be his team first of the quarter. Tiger basketball with 7:14 remaining here in this opening half of play. Carmen with the basketball along the baseline, trying to get it out, does get it to Nottingham. Nottingham, as we have Ladarian Parker in the game for the Tigers, they get the ball down low to Nottingham. Nottingham tries to put up the shot, partially blocked, but we'll get a foul on Cloverport. And Nottingham will go to the line. I believe that was Woodward, 42, picking up his team second of the quarter. So Nottingham will go to the line for the Tigers. 3 of 8 from the line on the season. First free throw kicks off the rim, no good. He'll get one more attempt. One more attempt on the way. Second by Nottingham is good, so he gets into the scoring column. Breckinridge County extends the lead to 24-8, 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Aces with the basketball. Evan Smith, number 3, finds the ball to Woodward, deflected by Carmen, picked up by the Tigers. Ladarian Parker into the game. Parker drives, puts up the short little floater front of the rim, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to number 12, Hunter Bradley for Cloverport. Bradley checks with the bench and now brings it into the front court. Bradley kicks the ball to Woodward. Woodward has it knocked away by Ladarian Parker out of bounds. It will stay with the Aces. Tigers, after a slow start, have found the switch here in the last probably 5 minutes of game time.
Yeah, we were tied at 8. Now it's 24-8.
Tigers really picked up the defensive pressure. They were able to force some turnovers and get some baskets in transition. Here's a pass deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Breckinridge County. Aces of Breckinridge County has Ladarian Parker, Braden Carmen, Ryan Nottingham. Also, Troy Galloway and Devin Spalding in the lineup. Inbounds comes in to Weatherholt. Weatherholt drives on Parker. Ball goes to the floor. He picks it back up. Evan Smith with it. Smith being guarded by Nottingham. Here's Smith trying to drive to the basket, cut off, kicks it out. Bradley will launch a high arching three-pointer that's short. Braden Carmen able to track down the rebound for Breckinridge County. Devin Spalding into the front court for the Tigers. Here is Parker with it. Parker, bounce pass to the lane, finds Carmen, puts it off the glass and in. Braden Carmen with his 8th point of the ball game. He now leads Breckinridge County scoring. Tigers have extended the lead to 26-8. 5:57 remaining here in the first half. Here's a pass intended for Woodward, goes past him, out of bounds, and give it back to Breckinridge County. Hayden Brockman will check in. Ryan Nottingham sits down. Tigers with an 18-point lead on an 18-0 run. Spalding with the basketball, gets it to Brockman. Brockman drives the baseline. He puts it off the glass and in. Brockman with his 6th point of the night to make it 28-8. Tigers now lead by 20 in this game. Greenwood across the time stripe being guarded by Devin Spalding. Breckinridge County showing man-to-man defense here. Under 5.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Weatherholt thought about a three, cut off by Parker. Now drives the baseline, goes up, puts a high arching shot, may have been blocked. Rebound comes down to Braden Carmen. Carmen gets the ball to Devin Spalding. Tigers on the run into the front court. Spalding drives the basket, puts it off the glass and in. Devin Spalding's first points of the ball game make it 30-8. And a timeout by Cloverport. Their first of the night with 5:04 remaining here in the first half. This timeout brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road in Hardensburg. The score, Breckinridge County 30, Cloverport 8.
If you need home medical equipment, rely on Taylor Pharmacy. They deliver home medical equipment such as oxygen, lip chairs, hospital beds, and CPAP machines to Breckinridge and surrounding counties. They have everything a patient needs for recuperating at home. Taylor Pharmacy does so much more than fill prescriptions. They carry a full line of diabetic shoes, have a gift department, and of course make delicious tailor-made fudge in a variety of flavors that include sugar-free. Stop by Taylor Pharmacy in Hardensburg and see why your family and the Taylor Pharmacy family make a good team.
Breckinridge County right now on a 22-0 run as they have taken an 8-8 game and pushed it out to 30-8. Tigers doing this tonight again without Mercer Rogers. Was basically not even on the bench tonight, but the Tigers have stepped up in a big way. Leading scorers of the ball game right now, Braden Carmen has 8 to lead Breckinridge County. Tigers have opened with a 7-0 run to start the quarter.
Got Parker. I've been impressed with Ladarian Parker here tonight. He's really turned up the defensive intensity and made a couple of nice passes.
Into the lineup for Breckinridge County is number 12, Brady Brockman, a 5'11 sophomore. I believe this may be his first actual varsity appearance, if I'm not mistaken. Greenwood thought about the three, met by Hayden Brockman. Here's Evan Smith with it for Cloverport. Smith drives into the lane, kicks it over to Woodward. Woodward brings it back out to Weatherholt. Remember, Cloverport already without Dorsey Emery in street clothes tonight. Here's a three on the way, and the basket good by Caden Greenwood. He's got 5 of the ball game. That breaks the run for the Tigers, makes it 30-11. 4.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Brady Brockman with the basketball for Breckinridge County. Gets the ball to Galloway. Here is Galloway with it. Kicks it over to Brockman on the baseline. Now brings it out. They try to lob it down low to Carmen. Has it slapped away. Parker able to rescue it for the Tigers, but they're going to call an over and back call. We get mass number of substitutions in. Glow, Perkins, Hendrick into the game for Cloverport. Breckinridge County brings Chase Hardesty, Braxton Tall into the lineup as well. 4:13 remaining here in the opening quarter. Here's Weatherholt driving to the basket, puts up the little floater, back of the rim and falls through. Weatherholt with 6 points of the ball game. That makes it 30-13, 5 in a row now for the Aces. Brady Brockman with it, gets it to Hayden Brockman down in the right corner. Cross-court pass over to Tall. Tall thought about the three, now steps up. Free throw line jumper on the way, no good. Race for the rebound is tracked down by Tall. Has it knocked out of his hands by, I believe, Glow for Cloverport. And it'll come back to Breckinridge County with 3:49 remaining here in the quarter. Here is a three-point attempt left side. Hardesty no good. Brady Brockman gets the rebound, puts up the shot off the glass and in. First varsity points of the season for Brockman. Makes it a 32-13 game. Breckinridge County leading by 19. Here's a 3 attempt on the way by Hendrick, banks it in. Trenton Hendrick banks in the 3 for his first points of the ball game. That'll make it 32-16. Chase Hardesty with it for Breckinridge County. Gets the ball to Galloway on the right side. Back out to Hardesty at the top of the key. Now Tall with it. Tall drives the baseline. Kicks it back out to Hardesty. Thought about the 3. Tall with it. He'll launch a 3 from the right side. In and out, no good. Rebound. Galloway can't get the shot to go. Gets his own miss. Kicks the ball back out. This is Brockman with it. He'll try a 3-pointer. That is good. Hayden Brockman with a Joe Benevaco Plumbing and Rental 3-point basket. He's got 9 in the ball game. Tigers lead 35-16. 2:40 remaining here in the half. Trenton Hendrick with it for Cloverport. Gets the ball in the lane. Greenwood forces up the shot. Basket goes, and a foul. Greenwood just threw that one up in the air, and it fell through. Getting the foul on Brockman, I believe. That'll be his first.
I never seen him give the number. Okay, I guess he's just telling fouls on number 12.
So scratch that. It was Brady Brockman. He picks up his first. Going to the line, Caden Greenwood. 38% free throw shooter on the season. Misses this attempt, though. Greenwood has 7 points in the ball game. Makes it 35-18. Breckinridge County by 17. Under 2.5 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Poole in the game. Benjamin Grimes back in as well. Here's Braxton Tall. Tall kicks it over to Poole. Tries to drive, cut off by Weatherholt. Here's a pass to Grimes. He'll put up with a 3-pointer. That is no good. Loose ball goes to the floor. Being fought for, still being fought for. Finally, the whistles blow. Alternating possession will give the ball back to Breckinridge County with 2:07 remaining in the game, or in the quarter.
We have gotten confirmation that Mercer Rogers is sick, and that's why he's not here. He's under the weather, so no injury or anything like that, just under the weather and ill, and so he's taking the night off.
Here's a 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound comes down to Weatherholt for Breckinridge County. Weatherholt will bring the ball across the time stripe for the Aces. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Tigers up 35-18. Greenwood gets the basketball to Perkins. Perkins for Weatherholt just simply gets away from him, out of bounds, and back to Breckinridge County. Nottingham will come in, and Brockman will sit down. Brockman leads the Tigers right now with 9 points in the game. Benjamin Grimes will bring the ball up the floor with 1:35 remaining here in the first half. Grimes with the basketball, launches a 3-pointer, that is good. Joe Benevaco Plumbing and Rental 3-pointer for Benjamin Grimes. So he gets into the scoring column, extends the Tiger lead back out to 20 at 38-18. Tigers set up in full court press. Weatherholt being guarded by Braxton Tall with 1:11 remaining here in the quarter. Weatherholt driving against Tall, now kicks it over. Here's a 3 on the way by Perkins, that is no good. Rebound Jonah Miller for the Tigers. Quickly out front to Nottingham, he heads to the basket, puts it up and in off the glass. Ryan Nottingham with his 3rd point of the ball game, makes it 40-18. Tigers by 22. Here is Greenwood, dishes off to Glow, who puts the shot up and in. Zachary Glow with his 5th point of the ball game. That'll make it 40-20. Here's a 3 at the other end, and just having a look down at my score sheet, who made that one?
Ben Grimes.
Grimes with his 2nd Joe Benevaco Plumbing and Rental 3-point basket of the night. That takes it to 43-20. Breckinridge County with their biggest lead of the night now. Greenwood with the basketball. Gets it back to Hendrick. Here's a 3 on the way by Glow. That is no good. Rebound. Grimes had it, lost it. Hendrick gets the ball to Caden Greenwood. As we're down to 5 seconds remaining in the quarter, down to 4. Here's Greenwood driving, puts up the shot on the way, off the top of the backboard, no good. And that will take care of tonight's second quarter. That has been brought to you by Commonwealth Machining on Rupert Askins Lane in Harned. Our halftime score, Breckinridge County 43, Cloverport 20.
Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rentals been in business since 1973 and are still going strong and growing. They carry the largest selection of rental equipment in the area. They can also take care of all your residential and commercial plumbing needs. They haul rock, install cisterns, dig footers, basements, and backfill around your home. Call 270-756-2946. That's Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental, located on Old Highway 60 in Hardinsburg, a proud supporter of Breckinridge County and the Fighting Tigers.
Halftime here at the Cloverport Sports Center along with Mike Harned. This is Lee Bramlett. Breckinridge County leading Cloverport 43-20 at the midway mark. The Tigers going without Mercer Rogers for the second Cloverport game this season as he is under the weather. Slow start in this ball game. Tigers actually got out to a lead. We had ties at 2, then again at 8. But that's when Breckinridge County turned up the pressure defense, made some baskets in transition, and ended the quarter on a 15-0 run to take a 23-8 lead. Tigers have never been pushed from there. They've led by as many as 23, which is the current margin here at halftime, 43-20 over the Cloverport Aces. Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Highway 60 Pawn. We'll be back with scoring and stats coming up in just a moment here on 104.3 The River.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Breckinridge County High School alumni Matt Mattingly and Katie Critchlow at Legacy Physical Therapy salute you, Breckinridge County, and support Breckinridge County sports. Legacy Physical Therapy is an outpatient physical therapy clinic proudly serving Breckinridge County with that Tiger pride. Located at 237 Highway 60 in Hardinsburg, Matt Mattingly and Katie Critchlow and their staff are very proud to serve their patients and their community. At Legacy Physical Therapy, they treat people, not patients.
43-20 is the halftime score. Breckinridge County in front of Cloverport here at the midway mark. Taking a look at the first half scoring. First for Breckinridge County, Tigers being led tonight by Hayden Brockman. He has 9 points at halftime on 3 two-pointers and 1 Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental 3-point basket. It's 8 points of the ball game, going to Braden Carmen on 3 field goals, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. It is 7 points on the night to 2 points to Devin Spalding. It is 6 points of the ball game, going to Chase Hardesty on a 3-point basket, 2-pointer and 1 of 1 from the free throw stripe. 6 points of the game to Benjamin Grimes, making the start tonight for Rogers. He's knocked down 2 Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental 3-point baskets. It is 3 points of the ball game to Ryan Nottingham, 2 points on the night to Brady Brockman. Ladarian Parker, Jonah Miller, and Braxton Tall with playing time tonight for the Tigers, along with Todd Galloway, but have not scored. For Cloverport, they're being led right now by Caden Greenwood at halftime. Greenwood has 7 points at the midway mark. Cole Weatherholt, the leading scorer for the Aces, has 6 points on the evening. From there, it breaks down to 4 points on the night for Zachary Glow, 3 points to Trenton Hendrick. Weston Perkins, Hunter Bradley, Evan Smith, and Matthias Woodward, all with playing time tonight for the Aces, but have not scored. 43-20, the score at the midway point. Tigers in front of Cloverport. Mike Harned, first half stats.
Well, the turnover category looks like Cloverport has committed 7 here in the first half. Breckinridge County only 2, so I think Coach LaGrange would take 2 turnovers in a half a play, so that's a good stat for the Breckinridge County Fighting Tigers. Free throw shooting looks like Breckinridge County 0 of 2. So again, much like the girls' game, not a whole lot of free throw shooting. Looks like I've got Cloverport 4 of 5 from the free throw line, and then rebounding. Breckinridge County has really hit the boards hard. A lot of second chance points here in the first half. I've got Breckinridge County out rebounding Cloverport 17-8 here in the first half, and we've been begging for some consistency, Lee, and I've had 23 points for Breckinridge County in the first quarter, 20 in the second, so we're asking them to stay right around that 20-point every quarter instead of having one with 28 in a quarter and then the next one having 6. Get a little bit more consistently, and I think they've done that offensively here tonight.
We've also seen a couple of players, I guess, step up in terms of the offense. Hayden Brockman having one of his best nights with 9 points. Of course, Benjamin Grimes getting the start ahead of Mercer Rogers, who's out under the weather. He's got 6 this evening. Brady Brockman making his first appearance, I believe, in varsity play. He's got a couple of points as well Tigers are stepping up in the absence of Mercer Rogers, and they hold a comfortable lead at halftime. No one in any sort of serious foul trouble. The only player in any sort of foul trouble would be Matt Woodward with 2 for the Aces. A reminder coming up at halftime of the Friday night game against Muhlenberg County, we will be selecting a Player of the Week. That's brought to you by Subway on Old Highway 60 in Hardinsburg. That will be our next game coming up Friday night when the Tigers return home to take on Muhlenberg County. We'll be on the air with coverage at around 6:45 for that game. Then the Lady Tigers will be back on Monday. They will take on the Lady Devils of Owensboro. Mr. Mark Ryan will be along with you on Monday evening for the coverage. It gets underway at 6:45. Fighting Tigers will be back in action on Tuesday night of next week. That was a game added to the schedule. They will take on South Spencer of Indiana. That coverage gets underway at 6:45. Then, of course, next week, Inside Tiger Nation, which we had to postpone this week because of the ball games, will return. We'll talk with the coaches and get their thoughts about the games that have been played and preview the upcoming week's matchups. Inside Tiger Nation will return next Wednesday afternoon at 5 here on 104.3 The River. Two teams still out. Actually, Breckinridge County out warming up. Cloverport still back in the locker room. Our halftime show has been brought to you by Highway 60 Pond here on 104.3 The River.
Do you know what the Breckinridge County Health Department does? We do everything from pool inspections to site evaluations on septic tanks, the WIC program, women's health, immunizations, children and adults, disaster preparedness, and community health education, among many other things. For more information, you can call us at 270-756-5121 or go to our website, BreckinridgeCountyHealthDEPT.org. And good luck, Breckinridge County Fighting Tigers, from all of us at the Breckinridge County Health Department.
Second half about to get underway here at the Cloverport Sports Center. Along with Mike Harned, this is Lee Bramlett. Breckinridge County 43, Cloverport 20. Tigers using a 15-0 run to end the first quarter to take the lead of this ball game and have never trailed since. The leading scorer on the night right now is Hayden Brockman for the Tigers. He has 9 points of the ball game. Caden Greenwood with 7 for the Aces. When play resumes, it will be Cloverport basketball to begin the second half. Breckinridge County sends out Jonah Miller, Brayton Carmen, Lance Poole, Devin Spalding, and Benjamin Grimes. The Aces will send out Caden Greenwood, Weston Perkins, Trenton Hendrick, Matt Woodward, and Cole Weatherholt. Cloverport basketball, they'll be moving to the left side of your radio dial here in this second half of play. Greenwood looking to get it in, still looking to get it in. Finally brings it into Weatherholt as we're underway here. Weatherholt across the time stripe, being guarded by Jonah Miller, tries to move off a pick. They find Greenwood. Greenwood loses the basketball. Finally comes away with it, still trying to get it to Weatherholt. And Cloverport will reset with 7:43 to go.
Nice move.
Weatherholt spins, has a shot block, rebound picked up by Brayden Carmen. Tigers have a 3-on-3 intended for Jonah Miller, but the pass a little too strong, and it will come back to Cloverport.
A nice move by Weatherholt. It probably could have called a foul there.
Well, Cloverport basketball, some confusion though. Breckinridge County was thinking it was their basketball.
So did Cloverport.
Into the front court, here comes Perkins, but will get a block on Breckinridge County as they'll get Spalding with a reach in. That will be his team first of the quarter. We've played about 30 seconds. Cloverport with their second possession of the game. Tigers lead it 43-20. Greenwood inbounds, trying to get it in. Loose ball picked up by Breckinridge County. Tigers now on the run. Here is Poole driving in the lane, pushes it off the glass good, and draws a foul. Lance Poole with his 9th point of the night. Did not catch the foul as I was marking the book.
42.
So that would be Woodward picking up his 3rd. Now Poole will go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. 58% free throw shooter on the season. Hits the back of the rim, no good, but Brayton Carmen gets the rebound for Breckinridge County. Here's Spalding, left side, launches a 3, in and out, no good. Race for the rebound is tracked down by Brayton Carmen. Jonah Miller with it for Breckinridge County. Here is Spalding with it. Spalding pulls up with a 12-footer. This one is good. Spalding with his 4th point of the night. Takes the Tigers to a 47-20 lead with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Tigers ramping up the defensive pressure again. Weatherholt with the basketball. Gets it to Greenwood in the front court. Here's Perkins with it. Perkins behind the back dribble, loses the basketball, picked up by Poole for Breckinridge County. Tigers ahead to Jonah Miller. He heads to the glass, puts it up and in. Nice feed from Carmen to find Miller for his first basket of the night. That takes it to 49-20. 6:36 remaining here in the third quarter. And Greenwood tries to inbound the basketball, throws it off the bottom of the backboard, and Breckinridge County will get it back. Evan Smith, Zach Glow, and Hunter Bradley into the lineup for Cloverport. Again, if just tuning in, Breckinridge County going without Mercer Rogers tonight. Under the weather. Here's the bounce pass to Braden Carmen. Carmen pushes it up off the glass and in.
Left-handed. Nice move.
Carmen with his 10th point of the night. Make it 51-20 in favor of Breckinridge County. And here's a basket as the pressure defense pays off. Who made that one? Spalding with his 6th point of the ball game. And Coach Jason Hurst wants to take a timeout. Timeout Cloverport with 6:17 to go here in the third quarter. This timeout brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road at Hartonsburg. The score, Breckinridge County 53, Cloverport 20.
Are you aware of all the healthcare services offered right here in Breckinridge County? Allison Mattingly here from Breckinridge Health to let you know there are so many services we provide right here so you don't have to travel far. Surgery, new providers, ear, nose, and throat, outpatient therapy services, cardiac rehab, and so much more. To find out more about the services offered, call 270-756-7000 or go to www.mybreckhealth.org.
Breckinridge County has opened with a 10-0 run to start the quarter. And the Tigers now lead this game 53-20. It will be Cloverport basketball to inbounds after the timeout by the Aces. Caden Greenwood facing full court pressure. They run the takeoff play ahead to Weatherholt. He's able to make the catch. He lays it off the glass and in and draws the foul.
Good pass.
And Weatherholt was able to catch it and head down to the other end and put it in, drawing the foul off Braxton Tall. That'll be his 2nd foul of the night. Weatherholt will go to the line. 79% free throw shooter on the season. Free throws in the air by Weatherholt, in and out, no good. Cloverport having a rough go of it on the line, now 0 of 3 on the night. Makes it 53-22. 6:07 to go here in the third quarter. Hardesty to Ladarian Parker on the left side. Parker looking, brings it out front to Hardesty. Now Tall with it, thought about a 3, doesn't take it. 2-3 zone by Cloverport. Hardesty will square up for a 3-pointer, that is good. Second Joe Benevaco Plumbing and Rental 3-pointer of the night for Hardesty. That'll make it 56-22. Hardesty with 9 in the ball game for Breckinridge County. 56-22. Tigers up by 34. Headed down to 5.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Blow with the basketball for Cloverport. Gets it to Bradley. Out front, Greenwood loses the handle. Try to keep it in on the side of the court. Right into the hands, though, of Chase Hardesty, who lays it up and in. Hardesty with his 11th point of the night, 58-22. And by my count, that's running clock time, as here's a 3 on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Hardesty for Breckinridge County. Here's Hardesty driving down the lane, kicks the ball out, rescued by Nottingham. Braxton Tall will launch a 3-pointer, that is no good. He'll get his own miss. Tall now goes on the drive, spins in the lane, forces up the little floater, doesn't go. Rebound Brockman with it for Breckinridge County. Brockman has it yanked out of his hands, will get a jump ball, and the alternating possession will go to Breckinridge County.
Braxton Tall's had at least 3 3-pointers tonight that looked good when they left his hand. It was right on line, but he just did not get the roll.
Hardesty inbounds to Ladarian Parker. Off balance, goes up with a shot, but he draws contact and will go to the free throw line. Foul will be on Cloverport's Hunter Bradley. That'll be his first, team 2nd of the quarter. Ladarian Parker goes to the line for just his first free throw attempt of the season. 4:25 remaining. The first one hits off the back of the rim and goes no good. He'll get one more attempt on the night. Parker averages 1.4 points per game. 58-22 is the score. Second free throw by Parker is good. First point of the night for Parker. That makes it 59-22. 4:23 remaining here in the third quarter. Weatherholt with the basketball for Cloverport. Drives down the lane, kicks it over to Glow. He'll launch a three-point basket that is no good. Brockman comes down with a rebound for Breckinridge County. He'll give it to Chase Hardesty. Tigers race into the front court. Hardesty will pull up. Three-pointer. Got it. Second Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Rental three-pointer of the quarter for Hardesty. He's got 13 points now in the game, 14 points in the game, and takes Breckinridge County's lead to 62-22 under 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And we'll get a reach in as Hardesty reached in as Weatherholt started to drive to the basket, picks up his first foul. That'll be the team third of the quarter against Breckinridge County. Substitution into the lineup for the Aces is number 32, Isaiah Woodward, a 5'8 sophomore. Weatherholt with it for Cloverport with 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Glow with it, down in the corner, Greenwood. Looking for somebody to get it to, now brings it out to Bradley. Bradley drives past Parker, little floater, gets it in. Bradley with his first points of the ball game. 62-24 the score. Hardesty in the front court to Braxton Tall. Tall bounce pass finds Brockman. He puts it off the glass and in. Hayden Brockman with his 11th of the night.
Really nice pass there by Tall.
64-24, under 3 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Here is Weatherholt with the basketball. Weatherholt drives down the lane, spins, puts the shot up over Hardesty, got it. 10 in the ball game for Weatherholt to make it 65-26, coming down to 2.5 minutes to go. Here's a three on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Weatherholt trying to run. 2-on-2, lost the handle, ball goes to the floor, fought for, picked up by Brockman, gets it ahead to Ladarian Parker. Parker pump fakes, puts up the shot, no good. Here's Nottingham off the glass, up and in. Nottingham with his 5th point of the night. Makes it 66-26. They corrected the score. They had it listed as 65 a moment ago. I think they miscounted a basket, so score should stand corrected. 66-26 down to 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Here is a pass. Woodward tried to lean in, lost the handle, picked up by Breckinridge County as Chase Hardesty will come into the front court. Under 2 minutes remaining. Hardesty over to Ladarian Parker. He'll try a three from the left side that is too strong. Nottingham puts it off the front of the rim, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds, though, rescued by Weatherholt. And Cloverport will bring it up the floor with 1:36 remaining here in the quarter. Tigers were trying to foul to get some substitutions in, and it is mission accomplished. Grimes, Galloway, Brady Brockman in the lineup. Cloverport basketball as we head down to 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. It's Weatherholt driving down the lane, splits the defenders, throws up the shot, got it. He's got 12 of the ball game. That makes it 66-28. Final minute of this third quarter. Parker with the basketball, looking, gets the ball to Galloway. Galloway lobs the ball over, picked up by Grimes. He'll put up a three-pointer. That is good. Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Rental, third three-pointer of the night for Benjamin Grimes. That makes it 69-28. 30 seconds remaining. Here's a three-pointer that's an air ball. Woodward tries to rescue it, does, right into the hands of Grimes, has it knocked out of his hands. Tigers have numbers if they can get the ball ahead. Parker kicks it over. Here's Brockman, baseline jumper, no good, but he is fouled on the shot attempt. Foul is going to be on Isaiah Woodward. He picks up his first, team third. Stop the clock with 12.6 seconds remaining as Brady Brockman will head to the line, scored back in the second quarter. First free throw attempts of the season. Brockman makes the first for his third point of the ball game. One more attempt on the way here. Brockman, second shot up, and good. Brockman has two. I'll make it 71-28. Under 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Here is Hendrick, gets in the lane, kicks it over to Bradley. Thought about a three, doesn't take it, drives, pushes up the shot, no good. Woodward cannot get the shot to go as the quarter has come to an end. Tonight's third quarter has been brought to you by Hardinsburg Nursing and Rehab with the score Breckinridge County 71, Cloverport 28.
At Wright Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, gators, tractors, ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Wright Implement has 15 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Wright Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at wrightimp.com.
Fourth quarter underway here at the Sports Center. Breckinridge County in front 71-28 with the basketball after picking up a turnover. Here's a three-pointer that is good by Ryan Nottingham. Nottingham with a Joe Benebacco Plumbing and Rental three-point basket. Nottingham now, I believe, with 8 points of the ball game. That makes it 74-28. Well into running clock now. The only variable will be the final score as Glow thought about a three-pointer cut off by Ladarian Parker. Out front, Greenwood takes it for Cloverport. And here's a pass that goes out of bounds. Greenwood or Perkins was looking to the inside, but Greenwood threw it to the outside.
One of them zigged and the other one zagged.
Glow tried to rescue it, but not in time, so the ball back over to Breckinridge County. Under 7 minutes left to go in this ball game. The only variable, as we mentioned, will be the final score. Nottingham made a three a moment ago. He's got it back. They'll get the ball down low. Here is Brady Brockman. Nice shot up and in. Brockman with his 6th point of the ball game. Makes it 76-28. Cloverport with the basketball as Philip Tall, number 40, is in the lineup. He gets the ball to Evan Smith. Here's a pass goes wide and it's tracked down by Brady Brockman. Here is Grimes with the basketball with 6:10 remaining in the game. They'll get the ball to Brockman. He'll launch a three-pointer that is no good. Rebound tapped up in the air, pulled down by Perkins for Cloverport. We go down to 6 minutes remaining in this game. Breckinridge County 76, Cloverport 28. Here is Greenwood with the basketball. Greenwood has the loose ball picked up by Grimes. Grimes driving to the basket, 2-on-3. Pushes up the shot, banks it in. Benjamin Grimes with his 11th point of the ball game. Tigers now lead 78-28, down to 5.5 minutes to go in this game. Here's Greenwood with a basketball, kicks it over to Tall. Weston Perkins gets the lane to the basket, heads up, has it tied up. Will we get a foul on Breckinridge County, I believe. They'll get Galloway with a reach in. That'll be his first, team first of the quarter. Devin Spalding will come in. Multiple substitutions. Weatherholt, Bradley, Woodward, Hendrick, all in the lineup for Cloverport. Under 5 minutes remaining in this game. Here's Weatherholt going to put up a three-pointer. That is good. Weatherholt has 15 in the ball game. That makes it 78-31. Under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Nottingham with the basketball, gets it to Galloway out front. Brockman will launch a three-pointer. That is no good. Rebound put back up and in by Ryan Nottingham. Nottingham now, I believe, with 10 points in the ball game. That'll make it 80-31. Here's a ball knocked away, picked up by Grimes. Grimes ahead of the pack, tried to go for the layup, just lost the handle. It goes out of bounds and back to Cloverport. Ladarian Parker will come in to replace Devin Spalding. Clock down to 4 minutes to go in this game. Breckinridge County 80, Cloverport 31. This is Weatherholt. He'll put up another three-point shot, in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to the Tigers. Nottingham in the front court for Breckinridge County. Gets it to Galloway. Bradley tried to go for the steal. Here's Galloway, pulls up with a 15-footer, no good. Rebound comes down to Isaiah Woodward for Cloverport. He'll hand the ball off to Hunter Bradley with 3:22 remaining in the game. Here is the bounce pass, shot up and good by, I believe that was Isaiah Woodward. His first points of the ball game. That makes it 80-33. Here's a three-point attempt by Nottingham that is no good. Rebound will come down to Weatherholt with 3 minutes left to go in this game. Weatherholt gets the ball to Greenwood. He'll push up a three-pointer. That is no good. Long rebound pulled down by Cloverport. Weatherholt able to rescue it to Woodward. He gets it back to Greenwood. Bounce pass almost picked off by Parker. Here's Woodward driving, pushes up the shot and got it. Woodward with his first points of the game. That'll make it 80-35. Coming down to 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. Breckinridge County will pick up their 9th win of the season, winning their 3rd straight game. Grimes will pull up with a three-point shot. That is no good. Tipped up, no good. Rebound comes down to Matt Woodward. Hunter Bradley tries to rescue the ball as he gets behind him. It goes out of bounds and will come back to Breckinridge County. Philip Tall will come into the lineup for the Tigers, or for the Aces rather. 2:04 left to go in this game. Grimes gets the inbound, holds it at long range, gets the ball to Brady Brockman. Grimes with it, lobs the ball underneath. Here's Galloway, has his shot blocked. Loose ball picked up by Caden Greenwood. Greenwood running the other way, tries to go up over Grimes, lost the handle, gets it back to Bradley. Bradley drives, gives it to Greenwood, lost the basketball, tied up. We'll get a jump ball, and the alternating possession will go to Breckinridge County with a minute 37 left to go in this game. Under 90 seconds left to go in this contest. Breckinridge County picks up their 3rd straight win as Tigers try to drive the basket. Pass is picked off and will get contact at a foul against the Tigers. Foul, I believe, is going to be on Todd Galloway. He picks up his 2nd foul of the game, 2nd of the quarter. Since it was not in the act of shooting, it will go to Cloverport to inbounds as we're inside the final minute of this quarter. Here is Tall going to launch a high three that is no good. Loose ball being fought for, and the Tigers come away with it. Brady Brockman comes up with a basketball, gives it to Grimes. Now Parker with it. Bounce pass. They find Galloway. Galloway will kick it back out. Grimes thought about the three, doesn't take it. Under 30 seconds to go. Here's a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Ladarian Parker. Parker goes back up. High arching shot doesn't go. Fight for the rebound comes down to Weatherholt for Cloverport with under 20 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Cloverport driving, pushes up the shot, no good, but is fouled with 13 seconds remaining. Foul is going to be on Breckinridge County's Brady Brockman. That'll be his 2nd. They'll stop the clock with 8.3 seconds remaining to give Weatherholt 2 free throws. Weatherholt with 15 points on the night. Missed on his only free throw attempt back in the 3rd quarter. He makes this one for number 16 on the night. 80-36 the score. What happens on this shot will likely determine, and he makes it, so that'll make it 80-37, and that will, for all intents and purposes, be the final score of this ball game. Tonight's 4th quarter has been brought to you by Commonwealth Machining with the final score, Breckinridge County 80, Cloverport 37.
So you've heard us talking about Brandenburg Telecom, and we could have chosen any other provider for our phone, internet, TV, and security service, but we chose Brandenburg Telecom.
It is not hard to find a good deal these days. What it is hard to find is a provider that delivers the best value of service. That's exactly what we're getting with Brandenburg Telecom.
They don't trick you with introductory rates.
They don't keep you waiting for service or waiting on the phone.
When they say they're going to do something, they do it.
Brandenburg Telecom are people who live
and work
and play in my community.
They're part of this community, and that's why they care.
If you only have one service with Brandenburg Telecom, you're missing out on their other great services.
Give them a chance.
You won't be disappointed. I'm ready for the burger.
Breckinridge County improves to 9-10 on the season, winning their third straight, and in the process securing the number 1 seed for the 11th District Tournament coming up at the end of February with an 80-37 win over Cloverport here tonight. We had 2 ties in the ball game, that at 2, then at 8. From there, Breckinridge County used a 15-0 run to end the quarter, led 23-8, and never looked back in the ball game. They led at all subsequent stops, 43-20 at halftime. Then extended out to 71-28 at the end of the third quarter, and the final margin tonight, 80-37. Breckinridge County wins to get the victory. We'll take a look at the final scoring and final stats of the evening when we return in just a moment. Post-game show coverage is brought to you by TGH Machine and Welding, Beachy Dogs, and the Print Place here on 104.3 The River.
Experience the difference of the Big Green Egg ceramic cooker from Irvington Gas Company. It's a smoker, a grill, and oven, all in one. It's easy to start, reaching cooking temperatures in just 10 minutes with temperature control so you can cook to perfection. It's safer to use and it's easy to clean up. Stop by Irvington Gas Company on Highway 79 to see the Big Green Egg and other gas grills available. Irvington Gas Company, serving this area for more than 75 years.
Breckinridge County cruises to an 80-37 win over the Cloverport Aces tonight. Final scoring on the night, Breckinridge County will put 4 into double figures on the night. They are being led by Chase Hardesty, who had 14 points on the night. Also, if I'm looking right, he was the leading scorer for the Tigers. We get 10 in the ball game to Ryan Nottingham, 11 to Benjamin Grimes, also 11 on the night to Hayden Brockman. 10 points in the ball game going to Braden Carmen, 9 on the night to Lance Poole. It was 6 points each in the ball game to Devin Spalding and Brady Brockman. 2 points going to Jonah Miller and 1 point on the night to Ladarian Parker. For Cloverport, putting 1 into double figures tonight, that was Cole Weatherholt. He finishes the night with 17. It's 7 in the ball game to Caden Greenwood. From there, it is 4 points on the night to Zachary Glow, 3 points in the game to Trenton Hendrick, then 2 points each to Hunter Bradley, to Matthias Woodward, and to Isaiah Woodward. 80-37 the final score on this one. Mike Harned to look at the final stats.
Yeah, before I get into that, Lee, just wanted to mention Cole Weatherholt. He had a double-double by my count with 10 rebounds to go along with his point production. So an outstanding game for Cole Weatherholt for Cloverport, as this is the night that he goes into the 1,000-point club with the recognition here at Cloverport Gymnasium. Turnovers for the game, Cloverport with 15, Breckinridge County with only 5. Free throw shooting, Cloverport finished 2 of 5, Breckinridge County 6 of 10. And rebounding, Breckinridge County doubled up Cloverport in the rebounding category, 30-15. I thought that Hayden Brockman, of course Braden Carmen, and Ryan Nottingham all were huge on the boards tonight, as Carmen had 5 and Brockman and Nottingham 6 each. So big guys went to battle on the board, and that certainly helped propel Breckinridge County to this big win here at Cloverport and seal the deal for the district regular season.
That means Breckinridge County most likely will be looking at Cloverport again in that first semifinal game of the district semifinals up at Meade County. That will leave Hancock County and Meade County to decide who will essentially wear. Well, it won't really matter because, again, Meade County will be the host team anyway, so they'll get the home jerseys anyway, as they would likely have to play Hancock County in that 2-3 game, but still a lot to be decided between now and then. That will take care of it here as they're turning the lights out on us here at the Sports Center, and I thought we actually got through in quick order here.
Yeah, I mean, the players haven't even come out of the locker room yet, and they're basically telling us
we're
need
done.
to pack up and get out.
Thanks to Mike Harned for his work on stats and analysis here this evening. Shanna Bramlett for video work. You'll be able to see video of tonight's games on the 104.3 The River YouTube channel coming up on Thursday. Our next broadcast will be Friday night. Fighting Tigers host Muhlenberg County at Tiger Arena. Once again, the final scores here tonight in the girls' game that began the night. Lady Tigers with the win 63-7. And the game just concluded. It was the Breckinridge County Fighting Tigers beating Cloverport 80-37. For my teammates, Lee Bramlett saying good night, everybody. You're listening to Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River.